and then they try to create this. But to more flexibility, more access, and more chances to get more money from financial authorities, I guess you need to submit this by your own. I shortly go through the complete process, how you can do this. So this is very easy, very intuitive process, nothing rocket science or fancy thing in there. Before that, let's just directly jump into the basic understanding of how they calculate. So how actually tax authorities calculate your tax. So this is something also very intuitive and self-explanatory, nothing fancy. So every country has some tax deductible amount for every person, which means that this much amount is tax exempt, which in other way means that up to this amount there is no tax. But sometimes people don't understand this quite clearly, because this doesn't mean that if you just cross this amount, let's say like that in Germany, this is 8,000 if you are not married, it is 8,000 and some euros and cent, and if you're married, it is 16,000 in Gesamt, like in total. Because right now this video is more focused toward the person who are married, and they are submitting the tax total combinedly with their spouse. But it is equally workable and completely same. I gonna just follow through you that what is for single and what is for the family person. So nothing to worry. This video is equally valid and beneficial for all those people who are single too. So to not make this too long, this is tax exemption doesn't mean the point I was raising is that tax exemption doesn't mean that if you cross that limit, let's say if your limit is 8,000, and if you cross this 8,000 limit, you automatically get the slab rate on the everything you earn. That doesn't mean, for example, I'm earning 20,000 a year. My tax deductible is 8,000. It doesn't mean that I'm already crossing the tax limit. Now I'm gonna pay tax on 20,000. Like my tax progression rate, whatever percentage it is, let's say it is 3%, 20,000 by 3%. This is not how they calculate. They calculate tax exempt income does mean that you directly gonna subtract this amount from the amount where the percentage is going to apply. So I just explained this more clearly. This is my own tax return for last year. Because there was Kurzarbeit, there was a lot of other stuff actually. So I could just actually go through the complete. So for example, this is the amount actually you earn as a family person, and then actually what you do is that there are some Vergungskosten means that the amount actually tax deductible. There are many items that, for example, you have traveled for work. This is actually deductible. For example, you have bought something for your home office. It is deductible. For example, you have done something in IT as a home office. You can deduct the electricity and a lot of other stuff. There are some pauschal thing, like pauschal is lump sum amount. Lump sum amount means that tax authorities not gonna ask you for any proof to prove this. These costs you can easily put in. So this is called pauschal. For example, 600 is home office pauschal. So similarly, for example, there are a lot of pauschal things. You can just I will just go through when I actually am going to submit this tax return, but I'm going to redact this later on. But if you see here, actually, for example, the generic understanding for now, later on, I will clarify each and everything in more detail when I'm going to submit the tax return actually. You can see here that this is the total amount we have earned last year, right? From these amount or this amount is the pauschal for both of us, me and my wife. So this is the deductible for office, stationery, kilometer you have. So 30 cent is sometime like fixed rate, whatever kilometer you have actually drive with your vehicle to your space of office. Similarly, there are a lot more other things. For example, whatever Sozialversicherung or alte Versorgung Aufwendungen. This means that old age benefit. So in Germany, there's four type of old age benefit like Krankenversicherung, Pflegeversicherung, Sozialversicherung, Krankenversicherung. So you certainly have been paying this all through this year, what you have been earning. So these amount, the 92% of this amount is also tax deductible. For example, in my case, here is the 6,000 in total I have paid for the Alte Versorgung thing. 92% amount is this one. So you need to detect this. The Anteil von Arbeitgeber means that whatever your employer, like person who gave you the job, he also need to contribute equally for your Altersversorgung or old age benefit or your Versicherung. So this means that this amount what he paid as a Arbeitgeber is not calculated or not added up here. So in total, these are the amounts actually you're gonna uh, get in total as a tax deductible. So please make sure that tax deductible is or tax exemption amount is something which is uh, at the end of the day is going to subtract from your taxable income and is beneficial. So make sure this thing. So in the end, actually, there is something need to be deductible from your whole amount. Other than that, there are some other things too. So, for example, you are sending money to your parents. So this is not actually included here because this is something you have to prove yourself. You need to get the notar public stamp from your country, bank statement, and some other proof that you have been sending your money to your family support. What does family means? Only your parents. You must have to have your parent account by their name, by their title, and you need to prove this to the authority, and later on this amount is also credited to your bank account as a tax return. Right now this is electronic bescheinigung or electronic calculation, that's why they don't add any kind of this parental support thingy. But this is also a big benefit for all the expatriates or all the people who live abroad, because essentially they are sending a lot of their money to their to their near and dears, to their family. But the trick you can do is that you can get the account of your parents and you channelize all the money to that account so that you in the end can get a lot of benefit. So long story short, in the end, what happened is that my total income, because here actually what happened is that I have been for full whole year remain on the Kurzarbeit. Kurzarbeit is essentially not tax deductible. That's why this amount showing here is a lot lesser. This doesn't essentially mean that we earn this much amount of money in the year. This is a lot more than that, but in the end, that is not tax deductible and this is not showing here. So, well, great. In the end, what has happened here, that the actual rate, this is now tax exemption. As a two kids, you can easily actually get this number as a deduction, which is 16,767 euros. And now my tax rate would be applying only and only 20,000 minus 16 here. And then whatever is the amount on that, my progression rate will be calculated on this, because this is the taxable income, like Einkommen zu versteuerndes Einkommen means taxable income. So my progression would be calculated on this rate, but actual percentage is going to be applied on the this amount, like 4,000 only. That's why my tax is very minimal here. But the only tax here, my wife was working as well, so she had paid a lot of taxes because she's like this tax class. I'm gonna make another video, this story about this tax class system. Yeah, yeah. Now in the next short tutorial, I'm gonna teach you or guide you through how you can submit your own by your own without the help of any lawyer, tax consultant, any app. Without any tension, you can submit your tax. And even if you're selbstständig, or you're freelancer, or you are sole proprietor, or you have company, don't pay like a lot of money. Like I see many people are paying like more than 200-300 as a small company to the people for tax, which is it doesn't make any sense. You can do it by your own easily. Okay, see you. Thank you for watching. So just stick to this channel. We're gonna upload some more tutorial regarding this taxation stuff. Bye. With the Luster and how you can start filling actually your tax return. So let me just walk you through. If I just write Luster login here, you are going to see, yeah, this is like add. Don't click here. This is the Luster main window here. So well. So here is the Benutzerkonto erstellen, which means that you can really follow this step. Though, so here's the thing, there are many security aspects of this Illustrator. So this is highly secured portal, which means that this is secured by the Illustrator Secure app that's going to give you a code just like Google Authenticator. Now, if you have by any chance used that authenticator already. So I would just say that there are different registration option here, right? For login, I'm gonna tell you different ways. So when you register yourself, actually, it gives you a one file, which is certificate.i. So make sure to save this file very carefully, because with this file you can easily, anytime, without any other hustle and bustle, without any other thing, you can download login into your Illustrator. So this is also very important. So here's the thing that for logging yourself, you can just click here. You can just like put in your Illustrator thingy here, and you can, with this signature, you can easily uh, get it login. Okay, so what's gonna happen for you? So for example, I have already here registered. So for you, the interface would be a little bit different, because they ask you that if you are like Steuerberater or any organization, or you're just a single person, right? You just, I mean, give them all the possibilities, and in the end, actually, they're gonna send you a letter at home. With this letter, you're gonna get your details, password, everything, so that you can get the login. Nowadays, you can just enter or log in with the security app, which means that you need to go to your mobile phone, you need to install a Lustre security app, and you need to give your authentication number. And when you give this, you can easily log in with the code given on app. Our second option would be to give your login detail. Third option would be to give your security file, or certificate or SSL certificate. So whatever is your case, please just go through. For registration, please put through with these thingy here, and go weiter, and then it's gonna actually send you one activation email, then an email per post, and then when you get this is temporary login, or the login on your page. You get your home on your home address, email, mail, not email. And on when you use that, you come here, you enter those codes and everything, and then you get actually the certificate. You generate the certificate, you save it, and then you come to est malige, or first time login here. And okay, when actually you're able to login. This is the first page you see here. Then you're gonna see you just click on the mine lister, and then everything you have done so far is going to appear here. How much number of time you have entered into the draft mode, how much time that you have submitted your text, and whatever history is there. So everything actually, essentially. So this is unlimited text liability you got here. You need to click here, and then if you uh, tell that which calendar year I'm doing this, and then it's gonna if you have submitted first time, it's very good for you. You can just click here Übernehmen. I'm just going to show you the text of the last year and which are the important stuff actually you need to fill in here. It's very simple, and so very shortly I'm gonna yeah. So basically this is the window here. Here is the Anlage hinzufügen. You just click here, and almost everything came here instantly. And there is a small text button here. If you click here on the right hand side, it's a small window that would be open. It's gonna walk you through or guide you that what does it mean and how it is. So let me just click it here, and then it's gonna tell you everything. By any chance, if you have some good translator here, it's gonna translate you everything that what does that mean and how that's gonna work. Okay. Essentially, you need Hauptvortrag, which means that main entry. If you have kids, you can just add this here. Anlageversorgung Aufwand, as I have told you that everything regarding to the Sozialversicherung you have submitted as tax deductible, not the part which you have done for not the part which your employer has submitted as tax deductible. Rather, whatever you have submitted by your own is tax deductible. So there are some other things. Energy, if you have put up some solar energy thing on your home, this is tax deductible. But if you have actually done other thing like if you have extended your household, which is beneficial for environment. So there are a lot of other things which German government trying to promote is come under here. But as a normal student or normal person, most probably these two Allgemeinangabe, these three would be mostly relevant for you. Mobilität primaire is something for transportation. Might be also interesting for you if and only if you have been traveling to place A to B for your work regularly, regardless how much kilometer they are. You're gonna get 0.30 cent per kilometer per day, which could be a lot of money. So if it is 2-3 kilometer, even you can just add this state away. Then, as a private person, the person you are adding, you have to repeat this process again and again for all those person you're submitting text. For example, if you have kids, you need to attach the kid 1, kid 2. If you have spouse, of course, one spouse, you need to add plus spouse, and everything regarding to the person you're gonna fill again. The most important and interesting thing here is the Anlage N, which is actually income from employment, which means that whatever income you earn from the employment should come here. And then most probably this Anlage here, which says that might be this not very much interesting for you, because if you by any chance have are selbstständige or self-employed, or you run any small business which is not which don't have limited liability like GmbH or private limited or limited, which means that you're the sole proprietorship or sole proprietor owner, and all the Gewinn and Verlust like profit and loss you need to show here. And this is the Anlage for that. If you can just translate it here. Oh, my bad. Sorry for that. Income from self-employment, information of profit, sale of business, entrepreneur share, income, whatever it is. So It is for me the case because I'm also running a small business here. That's why I need to declare everything here up there. So let me walk you through how it should look like. Okay. Okay, if you see here, I mean, this is the normal stuff here, which means that allgemein, angeben, simply what is your name, person A, what is the name, and everything detail of your person B, and then actually something about your marriage, like Ehegatten, okay, and Lebenspartnerin means it is necessarily not only your wife, but your life partner. Essentially, you don't have to be married here to register the text and register the person as your spouse. So that comes under this section, Pengverbindung, where you're gonna get your return. If you by any chance need to give the full mark, which is the power of attorney, for example, if you give me the letter that, okay, on my behalf, please submit this tax return. I could also do that in many of Steuer consultant, Steuer tax consultant, or Steuerberater. Let's say like that in the Germany, this is the term. Do this. They get this, and okay, and there are some very special kind of situation if it is relevant to you. For example, in different cases, which means mostly that if somebody else on your behalf, if and if you're helping some needy person and blah blah blah. So this is mostly if you have changed your religion like lately and some special things. You don't have to worry about that. This is something special to the Krona if you got some Krona help or not. It is very simple step actually you need to follow here. Then actually Kind Anlage means that you need to add your kids like one by one, and you need to tell all those things about your kids. And then your Mobilität Primary is that whatever actually you are getting that time, very simple formula, very simple form you don't have to worry about. These are the two things is very important. N log N is the employment. You just need to get elektronische Einkommenbescheinigung. This is the most important document. Only come by post at your mail address. You could never throw this out because this is the summary of your whole working calendar year. You just go through Google. You can just enter the keyword in Google elektronische Lohnbescheinigung, and you can get a lot of sample of that. You just need to calculate how much time, how much number of days you have worked, how much you have earned, and maybe I could show you. And you just put these all one by one, each person here. The Anlage N is the income from employment, and Anlage S is social or Versicherung stuff. After that, after going through these all one by one, I'm going to show you how you calculate your yearly income and put here. So this is just, I don't want to show you all the necessarily stuff, my personal stuff here. That's why this is kind of a little bit privacy. That's why I'm just showing you that which are the most relevant section. You can just add those from here and then fill it simply, no fancy stuff. So Anlage S is just like Sozialversicherung thing, and it's also walk you through one by one very easily. Great. One tip, one very essential tip is that you could easily if you're using the Edge or Chrome or whatever browser you prefer, you can just install the translation, or this is normally come automatically with all browser, and sometime for any reason if you couldn't get, you can add the extension from here. There are also very cool extension. I'm using here DeepL extension, actually very handy to just click on the word and get the translation of different languages. And there is one other immersive translator, is very good. Sometime I'm gonna get the video for that stuff too later on. But then this is the very important for the foreigners who are sending money to their families. The important thing is that please open your account in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, whatever your country is. with the name of your actual parent. So you could later on prove the authorities, and it's very beneficial if you're sending a handsome amount of money back to your near and dears. This could be a very, very beneficial for your tax, which means that it could reduce a lot of tax burden on you, especially if you are both of your spouse and you are earning money. This could give you a great relief. Uh, so what to do? Just keep the record of every transaction. Mostly, sometimes people send money with Wise. I use Wise, TransferWise, and you can get statement out of it easily. Plus, you can really get the statement from your home country and one small letter. You can just type on the Google Antrag für Unterhaltung or something like that. You're gonna get a small form here, and you can just get it filled and stamped from your authorities like local court or powerful like local attorney and notary public is the name in the Pakistan, could be the different name in your country. This is just stamped by notar. Notar is essentially a person, a lawyer, a magistrate who is like deemed to be a very prestigious legal guy normally, and he could give you a attestation that, well, I know this person, or this person document I have verified, and these documents are true. That's how, and that is the reason for notar public or notary public normally in the countries. In Germany, we call it notar public. If you're gonna open your new business, it's also very essential. Video about that sometime later. So, Anlage Unterhaltung or Unterhalt is very important, and last is Anlage for Versorgungsaufwand. Versorgungsaufwand, this is also very easy. Let me just quickly now at the end of the video show you how you can calculate your Lohnbescheinigung, right? Let me just get the sample of that, and then you're good to go. That's all. Click here on Prüfung. Just verify each and every step. Versenden the formular. Just send it to the authorities. You have to nothing to do with it. Just you can instantly get how much amount of money you're gonna get back from the tax authorities instantly, because it is back-end calculation by computer. You don't have to worry about. And make sure that nowadays, due to lot of stuff shortage, it could take a lot of time to get your tax return, because every single application is handled personally by any person sitting out there in Finanzamt of your locality and of your jurisdiction, and they're gonna actually vet through the document and everything. So you have to be patient a bit. Yeah. Okay, I just have written here elektronische Lohnbescheinigung Münster, and so the first link from the Bundesfinanzministerium came here, and then I click here, and then I could come here. So very easy stuff here. Okay. So the mostly important stuff for you is here to that whatever income you earned should be appear here. Something brutto means that without tax calculation, your full amount of tax should appear somewhere here. And if your solidarity tax cutting from your salary, then it should come here. Chris, I mean Christian people who declare themselves Christian, they have to give the church tax. Other than that, no fancy stuff. You don't have to worry about a lot of stuff here. And here is somewhere the Angabe von Sozialversicherung Teil von Arbeitnehmer und Arbeitgeber, right? This is what Krankenversicherung, gesetzliche Renteversicherung, each and everything Versorgung, Versicherung you have given. You need to just calculate here and tell them this much amount of money I have given, and this much money. Wherever you see the Arbeitnehmer, it's you. Wherever you see Arbeitgeber, it's your employer. That's all. And in the end, you can just get some more information. What is your Stoya class factor here, for example? Solve the Kinderbeifetrag. The purpose of this thing is that tax give you kinder, like kids give you a tax benefit. Sometimes there are some couples who don't have much understanding, or let's say like that, both of them are working and they say, well, why as a husband you are getting all the benefit of kids, or why actually why not me? Then that's why they have written this. They have this the thingy here. Kinder Freibetrag means that we could take the equal 50% percentage of the benefit as a husband wife. It could be 1.55. It doesn't mean that you're going to split your kid by half. It essentially means that you get the benefit of kids half off. Well, then Stoya Freibetrag also written here, and all the other church money is also your affiliation of religion. So yeah, this is pretty much. You don't have to worry about that. You need to always get that thing. If you don't, if you miss it, or if you lost that Ausdruck elektronische Lohnbescheinigung, just ask your employer and call them and say them, please, can you just give me the copy of this, and they instantly gonna provide you that by law too. So sometimes there is the problem that there are some students who are just working with Zeitfirma, and Zeitfirma always send them here and there for work, like for a small amount of work every time, and they are not sure. So they get a lot of this loan Bescheinigung. For example, they work in 1 year for 3 or 4 or 5 employers. So don't worry about that. You just have to always, this is phone and bis here. So you just like from 1st March 2022 to 1st May, and then from 1st May to this amount. So you can just sum up them and enter the one amount in your ELSTER. Thank you very much for your watching. If you have any question, put comment below, share with your friends who need to fill up this. And my simple guess would be that everybody is earning more than 550. They can get a lot of money back, like sometime range from 1,000 to 3,000, because there are a lot of lump sum fixed amount of things you can detect. And um, so for example, laptop, any other things for your work, and even not for work as a student, you can also, there are list of 6 7 things you can directly straight away deduct from your Steuer Einkommen Erklärung. Plus, I mean, there are some fixed amount. The Finanzamt would never ask you about, okay, prove this, because this is the Grundpauschal. So you can get benefit in the end. So yeah, it won't cost you anything. It costs you the a little bit of record keeping over the years, and 1 hour or 1.5 hour. The good thing is that in your Illustrator you can get the all the entries from the last submitted tax return. So, and the first time it is a bit harder. Second time it would cost you 30 minutes, and you have good, very good chances to have money back. Plus, all the people, for example, who are married with kids and they're working, they're professional. So for them, it is necessary and mandatory to always submit the tax return. Sometimes they give money to people, but don't give any money to any person. Just submit your return, and hopefully you're going to get handsome amount of money back for each of your tax return calendar year. Thank you very much. Bye.